executive director for the previous Jakarta Asian Games. And in the interview, you mentioned that you used natural elements, the water, wind, fire, earth, to tell the Indonesian story. So what about Hangzhou this time?
You know, in Hangzhou, the real story was about the coming together of Asia. And so you'll see cultural traditions that are from this city that I think are really well executed, ink drop paintings and things that are done in a massive scale. I think quite beautiful. And you'll see incredible technology. The technology is groundbreaking, but it's always in service of the creative. It's not about doing a fancy thing with technology. It's about using the technology to deliver the creative. And I think in a city like Hangzhou, that's a great balance. I think there's two things that I find really, really innovative in this ceremony technically. One, the use of augmented reality is incredibly sophisticated, and multi-camera and moving cameras. You know, we have AR on helicopters and things that I haven't seen. Usually augmented reality, it's just an emerging technology. So you'll see a big technical advance in the augmented reality cameras and the camera work that we do. The second that you'll see is there's a mesh screen that's part of the opening ceremony, and it's on the back side. Here you have a technical mesh screen, and it provides a backdrop and a painting tableau that we use throughout the ceremony to catch images and reflect images and provide a backdrop to the performance. But you can see through it. The audience in the back gets to see through it and enjoy the show. And again, I think that's a very new technology. Back in 2015, the bid committee for the Beijing Winter Olympic Games asked us to come and help them in the final stages. And we helped. The team was doing amazing technical work, and they had a great strategy for the Winter Games. But I've worked in the IOC, I know the Olympic movement quite well, and we helped to package that message, to make that message resonate with the IOC members, creating presentations and videos, and just the way China was presented to a very specific voting audience that ultimately picked China as the host of 2022. It was really interesting, and I think we were really happy to see the success and bring Beijing 22 here, and it's been a long journey. My first trip to China goes back to the selection of the logo for Beijing 2008. That was my very first trip to China around 2003 for that. And so I've had a long journey with the Olympic movement in China. I actually have seen a change in the way China presents itself. China was always proud, always a proud country, as it should be. It's an amazing country with amazing people, but its confidence in its tone of voice has really grown. 2008 was, you know, an opening of Chinese culture to the world, and I think since then it's been a very confident and proud China that we've gotten to see, and you'll see it here in Hangzhou, a very proud and beautiful China on display. I would say one of the biggest ones is just the growth of the professional market, the teams and the professional capability of the teams in China is world class. And in 2008 it was emerging. You know, there was a growth from 2008 and then the Hangzhou Asian Games. That was when China was learning these big spectacles that are Olympic. And now in Hangzhou, it's 100% of Chinese production. We were just helping a little bit on the side to give perspective, but it's a very, very strong growth in professional capabilities.